just when it turned 5. My cat's coming in to say good morning to you guys. Dao Di Jing. Or, more correctly, we're reading Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life by Dr. Wayne Dyer, which is his interpretation of the Tao. Not a literal, sorry guys, not a literal translation as he pulled from other sources, pulled from other translations, um, the ones that he felt called to him the best. Mega Gaming is here. Hello, my friend. Mega Gaming is formerly known as the Godzilla, our young friend from Romania. Um, we had another person visit from Romania last night, and last night's live stream. Um, so yeah, Wendar pulled from other sources on how what he felt was the best that called to him, and put together his interpretation on how he felt best for him to live a life centered in the Tao, and suggestions for us to do so as well. I've been really enjoying this book. We're on verse 61. That means we have 20 verses to go after today. Omega Gaming says, really? Yep. It was pretty cool. So that's 3 people from Romania. You, this person, I don't remember his name, and our friend Goldie. Verse 61, the last 4 verses, we've been dealing with what feels like a political advice from Lao Tzu. Although what we see is everything needs to be taken deeper. He doesn't separate politics from personal. That when we are centered in the Tao, our politics reflect that. When we are centered in the Tao, life reflects that. So we don't make those distinctions that this is political and this isn't. However, when you read it, of course, the first thing is ego claiming it as, well, that means this supports my political ideal, or this supports someone else's political ideal, so it has to be wrong. The key is dismiss our concepts, dismiss our ideals, dismiss our opinions, dismiss our beliefs, and go straight to the Tao, which holds no belief, but is the receptor to every belief, and simply allows them to be and allows them to pass. It's alluded to in verse 61. Here we go. A great country is like the lowland, toward which all streams flow. It is the reservoir for all under heaven, the feminine of the world. The female overcomes the male with stillness, by lowering herself through her quietness. So if a great country lowers itself before a small one, it wins friendship and trust. And if a small country can lower itself before a great one, it will win over that great country. The one wins by stooping, the other by remaining low. What this is asking for is a reinterpretation of how we perceive the world. That we perceive power as force, going through the world with chin up, chest out, ego first. And of course, we see the results for that. We see the world in which we live in, which is full of discord and violence and us versus them. Of course, there is no us and there is no them, so no one wins. Everyone loses. What's being asked of here in verse 61 is to realize that power is within our quietness, our quiet strength, our knowingness, that we are at all times connected to the source itself and leading from there. When we lead from there, whether in our personal life, whether as a country, a business, we have this true sense of power because we know that we are connected. We know that we are of the source and that everything that is of the source remains of the source no matter what they put out to the world. Again, it's a paradigm shift. And man, we're in great need of a paradigm shift. It seems that the paradigm we're living now and have been forever simply isn't working. It's not working for everyone. Not even for those that we think that it's working for. If we look at all what we consider the most powerful people in the world, the ones at the top, the ones with the most money, the ones with the most whatever. Man, our counting system is backwards, where it's the people who have the most that seem to have the most power. However, they also have the most to lose. So they have to keep clinging to what they have. And it's a fearful way of going through life. If you're clinging to everything you have, do you really, really have it? And are you ever at peace? Or are you constantly insecure? So we say these people are the most powerful, and yet they're also the most insecure. How can that be? How can you be powerful and insecure at the same time? Truth is, you can't. None of us can. If you have no fear of losing anything, you're absolutely free. So again, we're looking past the surface of what's written in the Tao. It's not just about a country. It's not just about politics or leadership. It's about us. That can we live a life that is ready to surrender our own best opinion, our own beliefs, our own egoic hold on the world? Can we surrender that which we think we own, but we really don't? It doesn't have to mean not having stuff, but the willingness and the readiness to lose it, knowing that nothing of value can ever truly be lost. That's freedom. That's security. This is what Krishnamurti wrote, J. Krishnamurti, in The Wisdom of Insecurity. We can Google that up as I have a little bit of time. We'll fire up the old Google machine. Wisdom of Insecurity. I'm sorry, that was written by Alan Watts. Although it's also presented by Pema Chodron, who was a great Buddhist writer. Let's see. The Winner Circle Trader is here. Hello, my friend. Your volume is really low. I think it's, I do have a mic somewhere. I think it's probably me, because it's 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:10. And I'm always hesitant to raise my voice at 5 in the morning. But you're right, I probably should get a mic. Omega Gaming says, can I read? Can I read books? I can. I learned that at a pretty young age. William Hart says, good morning, Vietnam. I mean Yogi in chat. Scream, I mean. In silence. I think I have. Verna Circle says Timu sells them for less than $20. I think I have a mic somewhere. I'm not sure how loud I need to be. Let me move the phone a little bit closer though. Probably mostly though, it's me. Again, at 5 in the morning, I just don't want to raise my voice. When it says trader, they work fine. I got one hoping to start a live stream, my day trading soon enough. Hey, I'd love to see that. I don't know anything about day trading, but I always like visiting other people's live streams. William says, Yogi, you're perfectly fine. Good. When it says I can hear you fine now. Yeah, it was probably me. Early in the morning, last thing I want to do is shout. Our friend Kayla's here. Kayla says, good morning. Good morning, my friend. Let's see. Omega says the comment above, I mean. Which one? When you said, really? That's the last one I saw. William says, good morning, Kayla. So we read verse 61 of the Tao Te Ching. That means we have 20 left. I think we're easing out of the more political ones now. Remember, it's not really political. Um, Lao Tzu was addressing uh, ancient China. He was leaving town. He was fed up. Lao Tzu was a Chinese sage. He was a Taoist master. He was in touch with the Tao. He didn't like where things were heading in his kingdom, in the kingdom. So he decided he was going to leave, retreat back to the mountains. Man, I've gotten that feeling before. On his way out, a gatekeeper stopped him and said, if you're leaving, he implored him, can you leave some words behind? Something that will guide us in your absence. So he left 81 verses from the Tao Te Ching. So what seems political is also a metaphor for us. Let's see. William says, one in the K-Lab, winner circle trader says, day trading is totally spiritual. The strategy to learn in minutes or in your few minutes, but the actual discipline in learning how to trade conservatively and accept losses is totally spiritual. I can see that. I can actually see that. There's probably a lot of lessons you can learn from both Taoism and the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita talking of being willing, the understanding that everything is surrendered. We're doing it not for our own sake, not for the sake of ego, but for the sake of spirit, for the sake of God. William says, let's see. Nick says, you are discussing Taoism on Instagram Live at 2:11 a.m. I am not on Instagram Live, YouTube. Yeah, it's 5:11. Yep, talking about Taoism and other stuff. William says, I have a low and a really, but that it is Omega. Please forgive us. You may resend it if you want. To read it, I apologize. You have to send the work twice. Yep, I didn't see it. Warner Circle says minutes. You know, I'll have to look at day trading. Let me see if I'm connected to the Winter Circle. I thought I had subscribed to him once before. I am not. I am now. Hey, I hope you do a live stream. I like that you're taking it to a spiritual approach. Everything can be surrendered to a spiritual approach. Even the most mundane aspect of the day, if we're willing to. If we're willing to surrender to it. The sacredness of everything. The sacredness of everyday, mundane life. Kayla says, big like hun, and saying good morning to William. Megan says, I'm going to do vids in Romanian, and it's okay if you don't want to watch them. Oh, I'll definitely watch them. I have, for one, you've been a good friend. So definitely want to support you in everything that you do, no matter what language you do it in. Also, since we're getting more friends from Romania here, hey, may as well at least be open to hearing, if not learning, the Romanian language. Kayla says she's got me up. She's lurking. Awesome, thank you. I'm not gonna be live too much longer. I'm gonna get outside. I finally figured out how to use my new camera, which is infrared light. So I no longer have to wait for sunrise. I can get out early. William says, in a sense, yes, Nick, we do every day. We are almost 60 days on this particular interpretation. Yep, actually, we're 61 now. We got 20 more to go, and then maybe Deepak Chopra's The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success, which is really Vedic and yogic wisdom. Now the gold says, I took losses selling my aluminum cans. Interesting. I knew nothing about that at all. Nothing about um, that part of the world. Winter Circle says, not when we force it, right? Exactly. It's all about surrendering, all about letting go. It's, man, the ego will trick you. The ego wants to say, hey, look how spiritual I am. I even make this spiritual. We don't make anything spiritual. We realize the innate spirituality of everything. But the ego wants to claim everything, including how bad the ego is, that we need to eradicate the ego, that we need to erase it, which we don't. We just need to diminish the importance that it plays in our life. And the ego will never do that on its own. The only way we do that is simply through awareness, realizing ego is not an actual thing. If a neurosurgeon were to cut open our head and look into the brain, it would never find a slice of brain that was identified as the ego. It doesn't exist. Winter Circle says, being desperate hasn't worked me in this lifetime, that is for sure. Not me neither. And I've been there. But here's the great thing about desperate. We end up on our knees. And when we're on our knees, it's a perfect opportunity to say a prayer to the universe, to reality, to God, to life, and say, I don't know. I don't know. I give up. And I'm tired of pretending that I do know. I'm tired of having my opinion be the God of my existence. I'm tired of all my beliefs limiting me, who I really am. I'm tired of all of it. I surrender. I give up. Take over. Allowing the universe, allowing the Tao to take over. Because you know what? Life has always been life. Before my realization of it, I am. Surrender to that great I am. Because remember, if we say I am a day trader, I am a Taoist, I am a Buddhist, I am, I am, I am. What's the one consistent statement there is I am. I am is what comes from the absolute. We have the absolute, and then I am, and then everything stems from that great I am. Mega Gaming says, thanks, you're welcome. Hey, Mega Gaming, Walking with Godi here. Walking with Godi is in Transylvania. I believe you two have conversed a bit in Romanian. Godi, our friend Omega Gaming, who used to go by the name The Godzilla, is going to start doing some live streaming in Romanian. Omega Gaming says, thanks, you're welcome, my friend. Looking forward to watching you. Goldie says, hi there, lovely people. Hi there, lovely Goldie. Saying hi to Roaring Heart. We got an emoji from Kayla. Goldie says, hi there, lovely Kayla Bill. William says, also Yogi, my stance is cemented. I am leaving. I will make it work however I am able to. I have the next week or so to figure out the minute, but yeah, definitely more at peace now. A lot of times, yeah, we make those firm decisions and we get that great sense of peace. Surrendering. We don't have to know everything, you know? Let's see, Yodi says, is that Bruno? Bruno. I'm never sure I'm pronouncing things correctly in English, and now I'm never sure that I'm pronouncing things correctly in Romanian. William says, how you doing this morning, Yodi? Mega Gaming says, salute. Salute to you, my friend. Minutia, if that helps any. Minutia, it does help. Cody says, past noon here in Romania, however it works. Waiting for orders. Hope it's a stress-free day for you, Cody. Our friend Optimom, Timo is here. Hi, Eric and everyone. I'm editing in the background. I appreciate you taking the time to come by and say hi. I'm going to talk for about 5 more minutes. Get outside, test out my new camera. William says, orders, are you a kind of chef? So if Timo is if Timo is editing, that means we have something big coming our way again. Another great premiere. Premieres and live stream from Optimom. If you guys aren't subscribed to Optimom, definitely do so. As well as our friend Omega Gaming, as well as our very, very new friend, the Winner Circle Trader. Warren says hello to Optimom and good morning. Sabine is here. Sabine is the other half of Optimom. Good morning, Eric and everyone. Good morning, Sabine. Night Watcher's here. It's been a little bit since we've seen Night Watcher. How's everything in Bangladesh? Please note the exact pronunciation of Bangladesh. After months and months of practice, tutorials, please note the correct use of tutorial. From our friend Night Watcher, correcting me. Bangladesh, Bangladesh, Bangladesh. We got a new emoji from Caleboo. William says, I was just going to say I'm stoked to catch your next premiere. May inquire to if you have one planned. Goldie says, William Hart, I do like to boss people around, but I am no chef. I am making pizza. It should be a name of people who specialize in just making pizza. Some type of technical title. I'll have to think of one. Goldie says, hi there, Night Watcher. Hi there, lovely Sabine. Night Watcher says it's not really good. The riots and protests have died down, but haven't stopped. Well, I'm glad they died down a bit, and I hope they continue to do so. I hope the unrest comes to an end. Optimob says Sabine is the better half of Optimo. Optimobob. Optimob. I'll get that right. So here's my particular order. We have Sabine, we have Bax, side by side, and then we have Timo. One isn't lower than the other. All of them are essential. It's a team, unity. Team Optimum. William says, I like to take orders and eat pizza. Capable worker. Do you need a set of hands? I offer mostly in jest, as we are so far apart. Are you willing to learn Romanian? Oh, Gordy says there is one in Romanian, Pizar. I like that. Awesome. I don't need to think of one now. Pizar. It's a strong word, too. Makes you want to say it. Pizar. Night Watcher says they burned down the recent $1 billion metro train that my cousin, is still paying EBT for. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Senseless destruction never makes the point they think it's going to. Go when he says, I hear you, William Hart. Behind every successful man stands a successful woman. Behind every successful man stands a successful woman. and a dog by their side. I agree. William says he would. He would learn Romanian. Awesome. William says I would love the term Pizarre too. Be about to appreciate it. Hey, you can become a Pizarre here. Cuban Crisis says peace. Hey, Cuban Crisis, are you going live today? I look forward to all the stuff that you put out there. Just excuse me, guys. Just opening up my own thinking quite a bit. My own thinking on these topical issues. Night Watcher says that Pizarro loves his mozzarella, just like me, cheese lover. Just like our friend Bumblebee T. Milka is a vegan cheese connoisseur, and they're getting better and better. Vegan cheese is getting better and better. They haven't quite perfected the meltiness of mozzarella. It's a poetic term for you guys. I should write a poem about that. The meltiness of mozzarella. Web says, I had a surprising good night. Ventured in some deep topics with a newfound friend. They fell asleep on a call last night, but I had a lot of fun seeing Denmark from their perspective. And that's awesome. Vegan cheese, is it made out of milk? Vegan? Two things. That would be gross, and it would no longer be vegan. But mostly it would be gross. It is mostly made out of nuts. Cuban Crisis says, maybe I get up work in 30 minutes. I've been here since 5 p.m. Will be available today to talk. I might be. I'm going to try. I got someone who might be calling from Great Britain who's wanting to talk for a bit. So I'll let you know. I'll send you a message. William says vegan cheese most commonly made out of any kind of nuts or nutritious cheese yeast mix. Exactly. Uh, Quite a bit out of cashews. Seems to make, as a matter of fact, Mocha just put in a big order for cashews. She has made her own vegan cheese. She would make a vegan cheese sauce for my father in his last few months as we were trying to keep him plant-based because of congestive heart failure. Get an emoji from Cuban Crisis. Rome says cashews are most popular. Yes. We get an emoji from Caleb Bill. Like what you says, if anyone knows Horlicks, please put your thoughts on that heavenly drink. I do not know it. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to get outside. The sun is coming up at, I believe, 6:05, 6:05 or 6:06. I'm no longer concerned with that. I was looking for that balance. Getting early light for a lot of reasons. I mentioned the importance of getting early light. Emotionally, spiritually, hormonally, as it increases the natural, puts us in the circadian rhythm, increases our natural production of cortisol, adrenaline, and norepinephrine, which is important to help us through the day. Plus, there's hormones that die off during the day, and in their wake, the raw material left over is used to produce serotonin and melatonin, the exact same hormones that we need to help us sleep. So no first light, then less production of all the important hormones that we need for the day and for night. Sets us firmly in that circadian rhythm. As well, Brahma Muhurtai, sacred hour, the hour of God. But the later the sun comes up, the more people are out getting stuff done. And the people around here, at least, can't do anything without talking on their phone or playing music or doing something loud. And then we miss the sacredness of the morning. We miss all the animals that are coming out. They decide not to come out right now. So I was in that balance. But now I got my new camera. I'm gonna head out back in my much preferred darkness of the morning. Let's see. Omega says that's my new goal. Oh, here we go. For me, when I want to do live, it tells me I need 50 subs. Hey, we can help you with that. For those who are not subscribed to Omega Gaming, please do. Um, Stop by in the afternoon live stream. There'll be more people, and we can help you with that. Now, what you says Horlocks is a malt drink. You've mentioned this before. That is mixed with powdered milk and sugar, and you mix it with actual milk to create a creamy, tasty, heavenly drink of life. Sold in the UK, India, Bangladesh, and some other places. Interesting. You have mentioned that once before, and you used similar, similar delightful descriptions. Winter Trading Circle says, "Yep." Plus messes up your trades too. Yeah, I bet. I can imagine. Night Watcher says, "Slow Winter Circle. Best to do one thing at a time." Oh, I agree. And we don't, we're so afraid of silence. Everything needs to have some kind of sound to keep us distracted from our own quietness of mind. Rowan says, "I wish I could live in India even for a bit." Hey, talk to our friend Jerry. Maybe he'll be on later. Maybe he can find an opportunity for you. Night Watcher drops a link. Food, culture, people, so much beauty. I agree. And the ancientness of it. Thank you for dropping Omega's link. So hopefully you guys can subscribe. All right, guys, I'm going to get outside. I'm going to beat the people, beat the noise, beat the music, and see what nature's going to show me in the darkness with my infrared camera. Stay tuned. I figured out how to use it. I haven't figured out how to upload it yet. We'll see. William says, absolutely, Omega. Please come back. As long as we are able, we will attempt to help. If it isn't abused, we appreciate your effort and creation. Absolutely. Omega says, thanks. You're welcome, my friend. Winter Circle says, maybe next year. I try at 32 and a half years old. To go a year without YouTube. Interesting. Early bird gets the word. Or, hey, use YouTube for your purpose. You know what I mean? It's not so much giving things up as giving our attachment to things up. That's the lesson from the Bhagavad Gita. That we surrender our attachment and we use the things that are useful for us to use. Everything becomes part of the spiritual path when we can surrender it, when we are unattached. William says, enjoy your path, Yogi. I will look for pictures. Awesome. Not Watcher says, good morning, Yogi. Have a good walk. Thank you, Not Watcher. It's great seeing you. Goldie, Omega, Night Trader, Caleb, Bill, Sabine, Cuban Crisis, Timo. Am I missing anyone? I'm missing one person, I believe. I think. Nope, maybe I'm not. I hope I'm not. Hey, I appreciate you all being here. And I'll be back. Winter Circle says, yeah, but I am addicted, and it will be nice to eliminate the distraction at the core to see what life would be like. Yeah, definitely when we are definitely attached to something to the point of addiction, it's good to give it up. We can always pick it up again when we are no longer as attached. Winter Circle says, peace to you, my friend. Sabine says, have a nice walk. Yogi Eric, take care. You too. Have a great day. Timo, have fun editing. Night Watcher says, Winner Circle, trader, well, addicted to YouTube, pretty rare. Hey, we can be addicted to anything, even vegan cheese, um, even a malted milk drink. Winner Circle says, deep work, most of us don't care for it. That's true. Wife says, when a circle come back in about 6 hours, you can definitely talk more about that. This is true. Bacon and cheese with malt milk. Wife says, good morning, squirrel. Squirrel sniper says, grand risings there. Sorry I missed it. That's okay. Hopefully we'll see you later, sniper. Not what you says, 35 morning live is rare as well. It's been getting longer as I have more people showing up. It's more fun talking. So, all right, guys, I'm out. Take care. Peace.